Lesson 33, Data Preparation. In this lesson, we'll take a look at something that I call list format. When you use list format, all of the items on the Data tab and pivot tables will work perfectly. It allows Excel's IntelliSense to understand what's going on. Basically, no blank rows, no blank columns, and a heading above every column are the key to making this work. So here we have a typical data set: region, product, date, customer, quantity, revenue, cost of goods sold, and profit. I happen to have 500 rows today, but it could easily be 5,000, 50,000, or 500,000 rows. You want to follow some basic formatting rules in order to make sure that Excel will properly work with your data. First rule, no blank rows or no blank columns. It's okay to have an occasional blank cell, but we don't want an entire blank row or blank column. I occasionally run into the manager who wants to have tiny little columns between his columns. I understand why they desire to do this. It makes underscores underneath the heading look better. However, it opens up the possibility that you're going to sort part of the data and not all of the data. So my standard line is that if you want to restate numbers to the Securities and Exchange Commission, feel free to use the blank columns. Otherwise, we want a nice contiguous block of data. The next rule is that we want a heading above every row. When there's a heading above every row, we can use the Sort Ascending or Sort Descending buttons on the Data tab to sort our data with a single click. As soon as one heading is missing, let me remove the Revenue heading, and we try the exact same trick. Click A to Z. All of a sudden, Excel is completely confused. It has no idea that we have a list. It's sorted the headings down into the data. If we want to find the customer headings, we have to look down in the C's, and sure enough, there they are. So I'll do Control Z to undo the sort, Control Z to put the revenue heading back. I also want the headings on one row. Sometimes I've had a manager who says, hey, this isn't just profit, this is gross profit, and I want it on two rows like that. Well, this can tend to confuse Excel, particularly when we're creating pivot tables. The better solution is delete that extra row and type the first word, gross, and then hold down the Alt key and press Enter. Alt Enter, and then type the second word, profit. This creates one cell that is double high that will appear on the printed document as if you use two rows, but in fact, it's still a single cell. The Alt Enter trick is a better way of doing word wrap because with Alt Enter, you get to control where the words wrap. For example, some of the accounting reports that I've seen have had incredibly long headers. We'll have profit and loss, Alt Enter, for the 12, and 12 is always spelled out. Months, Alt Enter, ending December 31st. Alt Enter, and then, in parentheses, unaudited. And they actually go on for like 8 or 12 lines. Well, by using Alt Enter, you don't have to sit here and try and play with column widths to get the words to wrap in the right spot. You get to control where the words wrap. All right, so we'll delete that heading, go back to profit here. And we're good to go. Again, some few basic tricks. Make sure that you have a heading above every row, the headings on one line, perhaps using Alt Enter. No blank rows and no blank columns. When you follow those rules, the tricks in lesson 35 through 58 are going to work perfectly. I hope you found that helpful, and thanks for watching.
Looking to advance your career by acquiring new skills? Tired of expensive off-site training programs? Wish you could learn from the best instructors in the industry? Look no further than live lessons. Self-paced, personal video instruction by the world's leading technology publishers. Each live lesson comes with a DVD featuring 3 to 4 hours of instructor-led classroom training, sample program code that allows you to work along with your personal instructor, and an example-rich study guide. Live lessons allow you to watch the entire course from start to finish, or navigate directly to any of the individual lessons. You'll literally watch over the shoulder of your instructor as he shows you how to build state-of-the-art applications. Live lessons, the power of the world's leading technology experts at your fingertips. To learn more, visit mylivelessons.com today.